Hello guys, in this video I'll be talking about the PS5 and Sony's past Thursday Future of Gaming event. I'm gonna go over a little bit on the event itself, what I thought, my opinions on the design of the console, because they showed it. Yeah, finally they showed it, so now we're gonna finally stop having videos with fake designs and fan renders. And I'm also gonna be talking about some of the games which I enjoyed and the ones I'm mostly looking forward to. I had to, I will have to use my phone because I don't remember all the games. I did watch the event live. Unfortunately, I did not do a live reaction because here in Portugal it's night time, so I didn't want to make much noise here in the house, so I couldn't make a live reaction. But I really enjoyed the event, and so now let's talk a little bit about it. Quit the intro here. Insert the intro here. Wow. Alright, so the PS5, finally Sony revealed the console itself. I'll be talking about the design first, then I'll go over the game. So first of all, the design of the console. I really enjoyed the design. I really love that they went with the white color scheme to differentiate itself from past models. I really enjoyed the design of the console itself. It looks very symmetrical, especially the digital edition, because they're gonna have two versions. One with the disc tray, which has a disc tray in the front, so it's a little bit more, it has a little bit of a bump to the side, and then they have the digital version. Now the digital version is very beautiful looking. I really enjoyed the design. It's very symmetrical. It looks like a tower, pretty much. I really love the inside of it. Of course you're gonna have some people criticizing it, and of course you're gonna have some trolls here and there. You can't appeal to everyone, and there's always gonna be the trolls, like I said, criticizing the design, saying that it looks like a router, an internet router. But I really enjoyed the design. It's very futuristic. It looks like a gaming PC, sort of like Alienware. It really looks like an Alienware design, but I really enjoyed it because it really looks, like I said, very futuristic, and that's really nice because the console itself is shaping up to be a very futuristic console in terms of hardware. So I really enjoyed the design. Really is much better than the PS4 in my opinion, because the PS4 really looked like a brick, or really stacked bricks pretty much. It was not really that well shaped in my opinion. This design for the PS5 looks more like the PS3. It has a more curvy design to it. It has a lot more curves and stuff. I really enjoyed the design. Like I said, the white color scheme really differentiates itself from past models. The control itself as well is very nice. I really enjoy the control as well, and overall it's a pretty nice design. Much better than the Xbox Series X in my opinion. The Xbox Series X looks like a refrigerator. So yeah, this design really is very appealing, especially when you look at it from the front. I think from the front is really how you're gonna want to have this console. So it's really awesome, the design. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the PS5 itself. For the specs, it's going to have 16 cores. It's going to have an AMD CPU with 16 cores. The teraflop is going to be 10.2 or 10.4. I'm not really sure now. I'm gonna put in the frame of the video. It's not going to be as powerful as the Xbox Series X in terms of the GPU and the CPU itself, but it's going to be more powerful in terms of the SSD, and that really showed in most of the games. The SSD is going to be very fast. It's going to be much faster than the Xbox Series X, and that's going to be very nice because That way games will be able to load much faster, and they have already showed demos and comparisons of the games, comparing the PS5 to the PS4, and the PS5 loads really much faster. It's like light years ahead of the PS4, and that's really nice because up until this point all of the consoles have had HDDs, and so what that means is that the games not only have to have a lot of time to load the worlds themselves, you have a lot of loading times, but the developers were really compromising that aspect. So now with an SSD, the developers will have much more room to optimize the games and expand the world, so that's really nice. I don't know about the capacity. If they're gonna make a bigger capacity. It's gonna have 825, I believe, or 865 gigabytes. I'm not really sure now, the SSD, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be making a 1 terabyte or a 2 terabyte version as well, which is gonna be more costly, of course, because games right now are becoming very large, so they're gonna have to include a much bigger storage if you're gonna have all of those games in the PS5. So yeah, the PS5 itself is shaping up to be a very nice console. I'm not gonna be buying it. No, I'm not gonna be buying it, guys, sorry. Even though it's shaping up to be a very nice console, I'm not gonna be buying it because I'm mostly a PC gamer now. These games right now are very expensive, so no, I'm not gonna be buying the PS5, but I hope it really delivers, because that way PC games and the PC community as well will have much better, because mostly games are optimized for the console. So if the PS5 is really great, that's gonna be nice and beneficial for the PC games, because they're gonna be better optimized as well. Now, one thing we still are not really 100% sure is about the retro compatibility. It's supposed to play most of the PS4 games, like they have said it's gonna be able to play most of the PS4 games. Now, is it gonna include the whole catalog of games? We're not really sure yet. I hope it has retro compatibility up till the PS1. So if the console plays PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 games, it's gonna be a hot seller. Really, I really hope they can at least include PS3 games as well in there as well, because the PS3 is known for its very complex CPU, the cell processor. I really hope they can include PS3 games as well, and the PS2 and PS1. So let's hope for that. And now we're gonna go into the games. So Sony showed a lot of games. Sony has been known to have a lot of exclusives, and they really focus more on gaming than the Xbox. And overall, in terms of the lineup so far, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm gonna be talking about some of the games which are actually I'm gonna be mentioning all the games, of course, but I'm only gonna be talking about those ones which I have experience with, or the ones I'm looking mostly forward to. So I'm not gonna be talking mostly about the indies and all of those. I'm gonna be talking mostly about the bigger games and the ones I'm mostly looking forward to. So first of all, we had the Grand Theft Auto 5 to start off the show. It's basically they're gonna be releasing an expanded and a haste version for the PS5. I don't know why they're still using this game. I mean, I know it's a very popular game, but people right now want the GTA 6. So an a haste GTA 5 for the next gen. I'm not really sure what they can do with it, because GTA 6 is most likely going to release in 2021 or 2022. So it's probably not going to be. It's probably not going to take that long to release the GTA 6. So that's what mostly people are looking forward to. So GTA 5 for a haste for the next gen consoles. I'm not really looking forward to that. Then we have a surprise. Really, I didn't think we would be getting this early. We got Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now this is mostly going to be an expansion, I believe. I think it's going to be an expansion, not really a full-fledged out sequel. They didn't show much of it, but it's Miles Morales, guys. I mean, Miles Morales, so people love Miles Morales. I love Miles Morales, so I really hope this game delivers. It's gonna be an expansion, like I said. Mostly it's gonna be an expansion, I believe. I believe they said it's gonna be more of an expansion instead of a full-fledged sequel. That is gonna still take a little bit longer. They're most likely gonna wait for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 to release Spider-Man 2, which is gonna be the full sequel to Spider-Man. So I'm really looking forward to this game. Then we had the Gran Turismo 7. It will be a Sony event without a Gran Turismo game. Yeah, it's pretty much more of the same, I guess. Gran Turismo 7. They showed some gameplay of it. the graphics don't look that much different from the PS4, and that's something I want to talk about as well. The graphics themselves for the PS5 don't look that much better. They're mostly focusing on ray tracing and the lights hitting the characters and stuff, so it doesn't really look that much better, but that is to be expected. So yeah, Gran Turismo 7, I mean, I never really got into Gran Turismo. It's a nice franchise, I guess, if you're into gaming and stuff, but I really never really got into Gran Turismo, so I guess it's alright. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what they do with it. Then we have, now this is a very nice game which I'm really looking forward to. We had Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. They showed some gameplay to the game. Now I really want to emphasize here on something that this game really showed, which was the environments loading. In this gameplay trailer and scenes, they showed Ratchet going into these different dimensions, I guess. They really showed a lot of warping and stuff, and that, I think they really showed that to show the SSD, the PS5 SSD, and the ability to load very much environments, a lot of environments at the same time. The game itself looked really amazing. Now this was one of the best showcases that they had in terms of the graphics. You can really see the lights bouncing in the characters and the environment. It really looked phenomenal. This game really looked like next gen. This really looked like a next gen game, and like I said, they really showed the power of the SSD in the loading. They showed a lot of different environments loading at the same time, and a lot of things going on at the moment. So it was really nice showcase of the PS5 power. So I'm really looking forward to this game because it's Ratchet & Clank, and I'm a huge fan of Ratchet & Clank. So another game for the series, which is always welcome. Then we had the Project 80. I believe this is an indie game. Not really. I think it's a new IP. Not really gonna talk about it. Then we had another indie game, Stray, Returnal, which is a side-scrolling action with roguelike gameplay. Then we had this. Now this I'm gonna talk about Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Finally, we're gonna have Sackboy back. I really enjoyed this when they showed Sackboy, because we haven't had a new game since Little Big Planet 3, I believe. So we're finally gonna have Sackboy back. I know Media Molecule was a little bit busy with Dreams and stuff, so that's probably why they didn't release a new game in the series. But finally, Sackboy is back. I really enjoyed Little Big Planet. I wish they would release another one as well. This game is mostly gonna be about Sackboy itself. It's most likely gonna have a lot of cooperative gameplay and playing with other friends online and stuff. But yeah, Sackboy, really awesome franchise, Little Big Planet in this case. Sackboy itself is a very nice character. It's a very awesome mascot for Sony as well. And overall, I'm really looking forward to this game because it's Sackboy, and I really enjoyed the Little Big Planet series. So let's hope it's very nice. Then we had the Destruction All Stars. This is basically gonna be similar to PlayStation All Stars, I believe. It also has a Rocket League vibe to it. So yeah, it's mostly gonna be a sequel, you could say, to PlayStation All Stars. So yeah, it's gonna have also like I said, Rocket League vibes to it. So yeah, it's probably gonna be decent, but I don't think it's gonna be that amazing, but it's something, I guess. Then we had the Kena Bridge of Spirits. I believe this is another indie game. Sony showed a lot of indie games, which is very nice because indie games and developers deserve more attention and more spotlight, because these past indie games from these past years have been really amazing. There's been a lot of good indie games released these past years, so I really like that they emphasize on the indie games as well. Then we had another indie game, Goodbye Volcano High. I'm not gonna be talking about it. Then we had one game that I'm gonna be talking about because I have had experiences with this franchise, which is Oddworld Soulstorm. Now I have played the first game in the series, which was Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. This is a side-scrolling game. It's known to be very hard. Back in the day when I played in the PS1, the first game, it was very hard. I never actually completed it, but it's a very nice game. The art style and the design is very awesome as well. I really enjoyed the Oddworld series, and this is another game which is gonna be more like the first game. So it's gonna be side-scrolling game where we have to do some puzzles, rescue modicons and stuff. Really looking forward to it because it's an odd world game and it's very nice. Most people probably don't know about this franchise, but you should really check it out because it's a very nice franchise. Even though it's a little bit hard, but that's not really the point here. It's a very nice franchise, so you should really check it out if you don't know Oddworld. Then we had Ghostwire Tokyo. Now this game had some VR vibes to it. It really looked nice. I'm not gonna lie, it looked really nice. It looked really nice. Like I said, it has VR to it. I think it's gonna be a VR title probably. It's probably gonna be a PS VR title because it plays in first person and you can see the hands of the protagonist and stuff. So it's very nice. It really looked very nice. It's sort of like a magic. You use magic and stuff. Really looked great. So really looking forward to it. Then we had the Jet the Far Shore. I believe this is another indie game. Not gonna be talking about it. Then we had Godfall. Now this was the first PS5 game announced actually. It's gonna be an RPG, so it's gonna be sort of an RPG game. Now the music choice was really not great in my opinion. They chose hip hop sort of music. I'm not really sure why, because the design mostly screams epic music. I don't know why they went with that style of music, but I guess they chose a gameplay to it. So yeah. I don't know if the game is gonna be that great. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be decent, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. It's gonna be a launch title, so I don't think it's gonna be that amazing, but it's gonna be an RPG game, I guess. So we're gonna have to see more of it to see if it's really worth it. Then we had the Solar Ash, another indie title. I'm not gonna be talking about it. Afterwards we had Hitman 3. So this is gonna be the last Hitman game in this new trilogy. Overall, I never got into the Hitman games. I have played some of the games in the franchise, but I'm not really a fan of Hitman. I mean, I like stealth games, but I never really got into Hitman because it's mostly just always the same thing. So yeah, we're gonna have another Hitman game, I guess. So Hitman 3. Then we had the Astro's Playroom. Now this is gonna be, I believe, a very nice game. Actually, I really enjoyed the gameplay that they showed. This is sort of a sequel to the first game, which I'm not really sure about the name now. I'm gonna post the name here. It's sort of a sequel. That first game was more of VR. It was a VR title. This one seems to be a full-fledged single player game with .VR. So like I said, it seems really very nice actually. I really enjoyed the art style and the gameplay that they showed. So I think it's gonna be a very nice game. Then we had another indie game, Little Devil Inside. Then we had NBA 2K21, sort of a teaser. I don't really like sports games because they're always the same thing, so I'm not going to be talking about NBA 2K21. Then we had Bug Snacks. This game is actually looks very funny actually. You play as a Warless and a Strawberry. I don't know the sort of design they're going with here. I think it's mostly going to be a game targeted to a younger audience. So there's that. Not really that exciting for me. Okay. Then we had a very awesome announcement. Demon Souls remake. Now they're gonna be this. I think this was This has been talked about for some time now. I never actually got into seeing the sort of rumors. I think there were some rumors about the remake of for Demon Souls. I did play Demon Souls a little bit, but I never actually got into the franchise, Dark Souls and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this game. It's gonna be a remake, so it's not gonna be a remaster. It's gonna be a full-fledged remake. So the graphics are gonna be worked from the ground up. It's a very popular series and very awesome as well. It's known to be very hard, but yeah, it's a very nice RPG franchise, and I'm really looking forward to this because, like I said, even though I didn't play much of the Demon Souls, because I never actually got the game on the PS3. I only played on the emulator, on the RPCS3 emulator, a little bit of it. But from what I've seen, it looks very awesome. And this remake, I'm really looking forward to it. Even though it's not a new game in the franchise, it's a remake. So There, and I think it's gonna be very nice. Now, I was a little bit sad that they didn't announce a Bloodborne 2. Bloodborne, I never actually played it because I don't have a PS4, of course. I wish they had showed Bloodborne 2, but again, it's a remake of Demon's Souls, so I'm expecting good stuff here. Then we had Deathloop. This is a game from the developers of Dishonored. It looked nice, actually. It looked very nice. It's sort of a stealth game, stealth first-person shooter game. It looked nice, like I said, but I don't know if it's gonna be that great. It's from Arcane Studios, which have a lot of great games. Now, I'm gonna tell something because this is a game actually from Arcane Studios, which is Arx Fatalis. If they had announced an Arx Fatalis remake, I would have lost my mind. I wish Arcane Studios would make a remake for Arx Fatalis, which was their first game ever, Arx Fatalis. You should check that game out because it's a very awesome game. It's an RPG dungeon crawling game, sort of. You play as a guardian, and you play underground. I wish they would remake that game, but I guess they're gonna be adding a new IP to their lineup, so that loop. Then we have the Resident Evil 8. Now this game, I'm gonna be a little bit critical of it because from what I've seen, it doesn't look that great. It doesn't look that Resident Evil-ish, you could say. The setup is gonna be in the village. From what I've seen, from what they shown, it looks a little bit more like Silent Hill and not really like Resident Evil. Like I said, they didn't show zombies. What they showed, I believe, were vampires and werewolves and stuff like that. And there was many people in the chat of the live event saying, "Oh, it's like Hellsing and stuff." And yeah, it has some vibes like that. It's not really that great, in my opinion. It's not really looking that great. Like I said, it has a lot of vampires and werewolves. And this is not really Resident Evil. Resident Evil is all about zombies and biodubs and experiments. So I don't really like the direction they're going into here. Resident Evil 7, for example, was a different take on the series. It was more a callback to its roots, and I really enjoyed Resident Evil 7. But this one, I think it's pushing it too far with the werewolves and the vampires. So I don't know if it's gonna be great. So far, I'm not really liking Resident Evil 8. I hope they show some more of it so we can really get a glimpse of how it's gonna be. But overall, so far, I'm not really liking Resident Evil 8. I wish they would go back to the Umbrella times. I'm still wishing for a game focused more on the Umbrella and the experiments in which you could play as the doctors and stuff. I think that would be a really nice addition to the franchise. But I guess they're gonna be doing something new here, I guess. So I'm not really sure if it's gonna be that successful, but we're gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Then we had Pragmata. This is gonna be a new IP. Now, when I first saw this game, the showcase, I had some vibes of Dead Space and Death Stranding. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be set in space. I don't know. It has some space vibe to it. The protagonist itself has a space suit, sort of like Death Stranding. So yeah, they didn't show much of it. It's gonna be a new IP, like I said. So we're gonna have to wait and see. And then to end the show off, we have the Horizon Forbidden West. This is gonna be the sequel to the first Horizon game. Now, I never actually played the first Horizon, of course, because I didn't buy a PS4, but it seems to be a very awesome game. I really like the art style and the art direction. This game, the thing I mostly enjoyed about this game were the environments themselves. They showed a little bit of the water sections as well. They showed the desert section, so it's gonna have more than just jungle. I wish they really emphasize more on the swimming sections, the water, because that really looked amazing. The water underwater looked really amazing, and with the enemy passing by, it's really looking like it's gonna be a very awesome game in terms of visuals. And overall, I think it's gonna be a very awesome game because it's Horizon Zero Dawn. So what needs to be said? The first Horizon was very well acclaimed and very well received, so I think this one is gonna be even better. So I really hope it's a awesome game. And Still speaking of Horizon, before we end up the video, the first Horizon is going to come out on PC as well. So there's that. The first Horizon is gonna come out on PC, so I'm really looking forward to that. And overall, this game is gonna be very awesome because it's Horizon. It doesn't really need to be said much there. Now I still wish I would have saw a new Resistance game. Unfortunately, Resistance hasn't had a new game since Resistance 3. I wish Insomniac Games would go back to the Resistance series, because I really enjoy the Resistance games. I played the Resistance 3 and I really think that's an underrated game, so I really would have enjoyed a teaser or something about the new Resistance game, but unfortunately it did not show that. So yeah. But overall, guys, that was the event. Okay, so that was the event itself, the future of gaming. So overall, it was a very awesome game. It was a very awesome event. Sorry, it was a very awesome event. They showed the PS5 design. I was not really sure if they was gonna show them. There was a lot of rumors that they were gonna show the design, but they did show the design, so that was really great. They did not reveal the price yet, and it's understandable because Xbox has still not revealed the price, or should I say Microsoft has still not revealed the price for their Xbox Series X. So Sony is probably waiting for the Xbox price, and then they probably will announce the price. But if I were to speculate, I think it's going to be in the $500 range. So it's going to be probably $450 to $500. I would not be surprised if they priced it at $600, because you have to take something into consideration that the hardware they're putting in there, it's much better than the past hardware, especially the CPU, and that does not come cheap. I would prefer really a beefier console with a higher price tag than what they did with the PS4, a lower price tag and a weaker console. So I would really enjoy a much stronger console with a higher price tag, which is more future proof. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching the video. Okay, sorry for dragging out a little bit here and there. I will probably do another video in the future as well, comparing both the Xbox and the PlayStation. This video was mostly to talk about the event, future of gaming itself. So I talked mostly about the event. Like I said, I'll probably be doing another video in the future, talking more about the PS5 hardware and what I hope the console delivers. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you like my content, want to support me, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I will be coming out with more gaming videos in the future as well. I have been doing a lot of layouts recently for the games which I will be starting the Let's Plays and stuff, so look forward to that. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. UNHOLY-OMEGA, signing out.